Welcome to Take Another Look, a public affairs program bringing you news updates and important information that you can use. For many, confusion and sometimes stress comes with dealing with your monthly mortgage payments. Many areas are still recovering from the housing crisis. We want you to know there is help for you, and there are programs and resources available, and the person who knows all about them is right here with us. Sandra Wells, Director of the South Suburban Office of Neighborhood Housing Services of Chicago, Inc. She's a source of great information, and she's here with us today. Hi, Sandra.
Hello, Shad. How are you?
Welcome to Take Another Look, and I'm so glad that you had the opportunity to take some time out of your schedule to talk about some of the important programs that you know about and that are available through Neighborhood Housing Services of Chicago. First off, can you just tell us a little bit about the organization? I know you do so much all across the Chicagoland area, but tell us about Neighborhood Housing Services, Inc.
Well, Neighborhood Housing Services is a nonprofit. We were established in 1975. We're a HUD certified counseling agency, and we service not just Chicagoland, but the South Suburban area and Elgin. Our focus has always been education, where we think if you know better, you do better. So we do promote our homebuyers education. We also do foreclosure intervention workshops and foreclosure counseling. We have a lending arm where we do lend to what non-traditional, well, traditional banks may not do, we may do. We're not credit score driven with our lending. We actually look at your whole financial picture to see where you fit. There are also down payment assistance for home buyers or first-time home buyers. So we have an array of things that we can offer. But today we really want to focus on some of the things that people are struggling with, and that is mortgages. That is still a factor. It's something that isn't talked about a lot, but certainly is a problem for many families. So we have a couple of things that we want to talk about, and then one other program that Neighborhood Housing is administering for the residents of South Suburban Cook County, and that they are not really taking advantage of. And that seems to be a struggle. People don't take advantage of the benefits that are out here, mainly because they don't know about them. Some of them is shame, and people don't want to let people know what they're going through. But what we find is once they get the help, you just mentioned it, the stress comes off. And it's just that simple. We had a client today, and she was doing a dance in our office because she received some benefits to help her. So
now, of course, we know being a homeowner carries with it great responsibility.
Absolutely.
So when the time comes where your mortgage is a little bit late, or you have an event in your life where there's a reduction in income, or you have your income has to be diverted to another area, maybe there's a health problem or something of that nature, a lot of times people tend to just give up. What would you tell someone who feels like they're overwhelmed, feels like they should just give up and walk away from the home, which a lot of people have chosen to do? What would you tell them?
Oh, first of all, you never give up. You didn't buy your house to walk away from it, and we all need shelter. So my first thing was reach out to someone, if it's your pastor, if it's the village hall that you live in, because oftentimes we do a lot of promotions within the communities that people live, and we leave our information there. Call someone. We have folks that call the HUD hotline, and they're referred to us. But there's always somebody that help you, give you a direction, if not a solution. It'll help you not just walk away, because you're going to need shelter. So why would you walk away from your shelter? Find a solution. You found out how to buy the house, now find out how to keep it. And that's what Neighborhood Housing Services does. We help you keep your home.
And we also have participated in a financial literacy workshop sponsored by NHS. Just a couple of weeks ago, you partnered with the Village of Dalton's Fire Department for a fire awareness program, and the children were out there looking at some of the things that the fire department, their operations. Also, I was present for a wonderful awards ceremony in which you all honored some unsung heroes, people who aren't necessarily always in the news and maybe don't have the huge public relations budget to send out press releases and be on different shows, but you all actually acknowledged some hometown heroes, some neighborhood heroes who are doing a lot in their neighborhoods to make the communities that they live in a better place.
Yeah, we did, and the whole premise around that is called Neighborhood Heroes. We look for folks that are going above and beyond because we talk about revitalization, and you can't begin doing that until you take care of your neighbor. So with the program that we acknowledge, they're taking care of the people that are forgotten, that have barriers in their lives, that people oftentimes look around and say, no, I'm not going to give them an opportunity. But this particular organization's Fathers and Blessings, they do something unique that I've seen, and I've not seen it in any other village. And I thought it should be recognized when you reach out to people who have these certain barriers, that can't get a job because of certain things that have happened in their life. They're not judged by that in this organization. So that in turn is giving them an opportunity to move forward in their lives. So I thought it was something to be noted.
Absolutely. There are so many programs available, and unfortunately there are times when there's money available and help available, and people just don't take advantage of the opportunities that are there. And so you're going to tell us about some opportunities, and we want to really stress to you the importance of writing down these numbers and getting in touch with Ms. Wells so you can actually gain access and just ask questions and get information that can help you if you're experiencing a problem with your credit, or a problem with your mortgage, or even flooding, correct?
Yeah. Well, there are a couple of programs I want to talk about today, and specifically since we were talking about mortgage.
Yes.
Mortgage relief is a push that we're doing, and what it's essentially saying is that we're pushing to let everybody know there is still help out here. The thing is that time is running out, but there's still time for anyone that's struggling with the higher interest rate to perhaps get a lower interest rate on their mortgage. If you're behind, you still may be able to get a modification. Now, we're not promising anything, but we're at least saying come out and see if it fits. If you don't try, you'll never know. And
Yes.
then next year you'll be in the same boat without trying. The HARP, which is the refinance program, that's extended to December 2017 because time is of the essence. You want to be in the pipeline. You don't want to be rejected because you forgot something. This gives us time to work the file. So those that are behind, we're really asking that they come out and seek that help. Now they can call either, our office is 708-794-6660. The extension is 4905.
Okay.
The other program that we want to talk about, and this launched in April of this year, that's the South Suburban Cook County Flood Assistance Program. And what this program is designed to do is directly dealing with people who have experienced floodwaters in their home. The caveat to this program is that the flood would have to have happened in 2013, March or April of 2013. Now, you have to be able to prove it. You can prove that through a FEMA claim, an insurance claim, if you took pictures. Those are ways of evidence that you did experience that flood water. What they will do is assess the damage. If you haven't gotten it repaired, they will repair up to $25,000. If you were only able to get partial repairs, they will look and see what still needs to be done and make those repairs. Again, up to $25,000.
Now, am I right in understanding that we've not had great interest in people submitting claims, even though we know that flooding hit this area in a widespread manner?
Yes.
During that particular period of time?
Absolutely. Right to this date, we have 12 approved applications and 3 are from Dalton. And I know that we had flood water in August of this year, and it would look like a river in most areas, and we have not had people to come out. I don't know what's stopping, if people still don't know that this program is out here. It is out here and it does work. The thing is that we have until April of 2017 to get our applications in, or the money goes back to a different program. It won't be to help people. So if anybody has had water, you don't know if you qualify unless you come out and at least try. And we'll let you know if you qualify or not.
Yeah, and I'd like you to address another point, and to reiterate. I know that sometimes there's shock when you run into a situation like this. You've had a weather event and you're flooding, and you might be embarrassed. You may not want to actually move out and call an agency such as yours. Say something to help them, the reservations go down, the apprehension that may come with experiencing something like this. We need to really, really let people know that this information, these resources are available, and you shouldn't be afraid to just make a phone call. You might be surprised at the kind of assistance you can get without any strings attached.
Absolutely. This is a no judgment program. I don't understand why anyone would feel any certain kind of way. It's help that's available. If you cannot afford to do it on your own, it's okay. I mean, many of us in the climate of what our economy is facing,
Right.
we should all be comfortable with saying, can you help me please? It's here. And I can only stress to folks to come out, just ask the question. This is no judgment. We would never judge anybody. I'm happy to be able to help people because I know they have struggles. And oftentimes people don't want their neighbors to know about it. I say share with your neighbors. Once you get it, the program, and you're approved, share with your neighbor so they can have it. And shame on people for judging people. I can't say anything other than that. Just come out and don't worry about what people think. You don't really want me to. What I'm thinking.
No, I'm well aware of how you feel about that.
I think people should just come out and see if you are able to apply for this. We have a few homeowners within the Dalton community that have applied, and their applications are in process. I'm certain when they are approved, they're going to be just as happy that they were able to get the assistance. If you've had water in your house, and especially in 2013, of March or April of 2013, you very well may be eligible for this program. And the only way you're going to really find out is give me a call. You can reach me at 708-794-6660.
And we know that many places have been impacted, as statewide impacted by the budgetary crisis. Has that impacted your ability to serve and function, your office's ability to serve and function in any way, and how are you overcoming those obstacles?
Well, of course, there's always been budget cuts here or there, but we do this work. This is our work. So we figure out how to do it. We lean on our community partners to say, hey, can you get this message out for us, or can we do a workshop there? But certainly it has some impact. You know, what can we say? Budget is budget. We struggle with it too, but we still want people to come get help. It's not going to stop us from doing our job. We just have to work a little harder. So since we're working hard, we're really asking people to come out and get this money, because what happens, I hate to see it go back. When I know that this community needs it or another community needs it, I think that people need to get beyond what their neighbor might judge them on, because they're not going to pay for your repairs, so why do you care what they think? So that's how I feel about it.
We understand.
Yeah.
Is there a website for the
We
neighborhood
do
housing
have
services?
a website. It's nhschicago.org. And on the website, you can find information about any of our programs, and especially the flood program. There is an application that needs to be processed. It's a 9-page application. It's very simple information. It's not complicated. There are documents that are required that are labeled in that application, so be sure you have all that information. Once that's received, then it goes to processing. And the processing time shouldn't take more than 45 to 60 days at the max, if everything in a perfect world is put in the application and everything is correct.
That's worth it.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And I really just want to stress people really should apply for these fundings, because it will go back and used in another direction. And then people will then ask the questions, why aren't they putting money here?
Yes.
The money's here. You just got to come get it.
Well, Ms. Wells, thank you so much for spending some time with us on Take Another Look. We're definitely going to have you back, because we know there's always programs that are in operation and in the pipeline, and you always are a wealth of information. So I thank you, and I know our viewers appreciate the information you gave us as well.
Well, I thank you for the invitation.
No problem. And thank you for tuning in to this edition of Take Another Look. We've heard from Sandra Wells, the South Suburban Director of the Neighborhood Houses Services of Chicago, Incorporated.